Here's a vagina happy fact. This is from Woman in Intimate Geography by Haleigh. The clitoris is pure in purpose. It is the only organ in the body designed purely for pleasure. The clitoris is simply a bundle of nerves, 8,000 nerve fibers to be precise. That's a higher concentration of nerve fibers than is found anywhere else in the male or female body, including the fingertips, lips, and tongue. And it is twice the number in the penis. Please a handgun when you got a semi-automatic. This monologue is based on an interview with a woman who had a good experience with a man.
This is how I came to love my vagina. It's embarrassing, I know, because it's not politically correct. I know it should have happened in the bath with soft rains from the Dead Sea, in your plane, me loving my woman self. I know the story. Vaginas are beautiful. Our self-hatred is only the internalized oppression and hatred of the patriarchal culture. It isn't real. Pussies unite!
Woo!
As if we had grown up in a culture where we were taught fat thighs are beautiful. We'd all be pounding down milkshakes and eating Krispy Kremes, spending our days lying on our backs, thigh expanding. But we didn't grow up in that culture. I hated my thighs, and I hated my vagina even more. It made me sick. I was one of those women who looked at it once, and from that moment on, wished I had it. I thought it was incredibly ugly. Whenever a man was inside of me, I pictured him inside of a New Flame muffler or a Chinese bowl. In order to survive, I pretended there was something else between my legs. Furniture, cozy futons, light cotton comforters, little velvet settees, or pretty things. Silk handkerchiefs, quilted pot holders, or place settings. I got so accustomed to this that I lost all memory of having a vagina. Then I met Bob. Bob was the most ordinary man I had ever met. He was thin and tall and nondescript, and wore khaki tan clothing. He didn't like spicy foods or listen to Prince. He had no interest in sexy lingerie. In the summer, he spent time in the shade. He wasn't mean or unavailable. He didn't have any problems or issues, and wasn't even an alcoholic. He wasn't very funny or articulate or mysterious. He wasn't self-involved or charismatic, and he didn't even drive fast. I didn't particularly like Bob. Heck, I would have missed him altogether if he hadn't picked up my change that I dropped on the deli floor. When he handed me back my quarters and pennies and his hand touched mine, something happened. I went to bed with him. That's when a miracle occurred. Turned out, Bob loved vaginas. He was a connoisseur. He loved the way they felt, the way they tasted, the way they smelt, but most importantly, he loved the way they looked. He had to look at them. The first time we had sex, he told me he needed to see me. I'm right here, I said. No, you can reply. And you see. Turn on the light, I said, thinking he was a weirdo and freaking out in the dark. So he turned on the light and said, I'm ready to see. I'm right here, I waved, right here. Then he began to address me. What are you doing, Bob? I said. I need to see what you look like, he replied. No need, just do it. No, I need to look. He would not stop. I wanted to throw up and die. This is awfully intimate, I said. Can't you just do it? No, he said. I need to look. bowing and went. I began to see myself the way Bob saw me. I began to feel beautiful and delicious, like a great painting on a waterfall. Bob wasn't scared. He wasn't grossed out.